What is up, YouTube? In this video, we're gonna start off with this awesome Cassiopeia looking placement for my commission quest. Very nice. Anyways, the main topic on this video is Kamisato Ayato, of course, and we're going to be watching trailer together and see what he has to offer, okay?
The Kamisato clan is just one of countless families in Inazuma. Hence, there is nothing exceptional about my work.
Okay, he looks so handsome.
I do what must be done to ensure peace and stability for my family. At home, I am the clan head, or brother. In public, I am commissioner. But ultimately, I am just a normal person.
He mentioned brother.
When work is busy, I don't return home for days at a time. Once the present problems are resolved, there are still future dangers to prevent. This may sound vainglorious, but I do what I do so that everyone has a home to go back to.
Is it just me, or the background music is too loud this time, so I can't really hear what he's saying?
Most inconvenient. Time to find shelter.
Huh? Hello, my lord.
What a surprise to run into you here, Ayato.
1 second. I'll go start some tea. Toromaru, come on, boy. Down you go. Hey, come on. You need to let me stand up.
Okay, Toma, you can still stand up while, Doggo is hugging your head, you know? What is that? But not gonna lie, that Ayato looks very, very cute. Extra cute.
My goodness, you're in high spirits. Thought you'd have a party without me?
No, actually, we came here to make some plans for your birthday.
My lady.
So that's it. The chance to work and to live life. For the sake of these, people will draw their blade.
Okay, that was lovely. From that video, we can tell that Ayaka is very pure. She doesn't know what a surprise birthday party is, right? And Ayato seems like a very good guy because I like family guys. Like, my parents, they both worked, so like, I kind of treasure the time that I spend with my family. And I like to see that Ayato likes to spend time with Ayaka as well. And there's Toma, they're planning to do, birthday party stuff. So that was really nice to see. So let's get down into something that we don't want to talk about. Whether if we should be pulling for Ayato or not. I'm pretty sure you have watched a lot of videos saying that you don't need to go for Ayato because we have Kokomi and Mona and all that. Well, yes, partially true. And also, if I say, yeah, because we have those characters, we don't need to pull for this character, there are gonna be those people who would say shit like, hey, don't listen to those YouTubers because if you want those characters, just pull for them. Yeah, you're so cool. And yes, I agree with you. If you want characters, then go for it. Those people who are going to spend anyways, they're not gonna be watching those videos, so you can just kind of calm your tits. Anyways, so what is so great about Ayato? Ayato ult has a radius of Ganyus that does exactly the same, just in Hydro version, right? So you're expecting him to do a lot of Hydro application. You want to build a team with Ayato and Xiangling so that you can do some Vaporize. However, the problem is, just if you don't understand what ICD is totally fine. You probably have noticed that when you were hitting, like Cryo Res is fine with Pyro, and you were thinking, why am I not taking off their shield as I'm hitting them with the Pyro attack? That is what ICD is. So usually, you would probably think of it as, it either is once in 2.5 seconds, or you have to hit them 3 times. So that is exactly why some of the characters without ICD, for example, Xiangling, is such a powerful character in the game. Anyways, so you would want to do that. However, can Ayato apply Hydro fast enough so that you can actually use Xiangling like that? I cannot talk about this right now because Ayato is not out yet. Once Ayato is out, we will talk about this openly. But our speculation is that his Hydro application is not fast enough so that you can just use one Hydro character with Xiangling. People were also thinking that maybe if you use Ayato instead of Kokomi, that would be nice. But if you take out Kokomi from the best freeze team out of Shinha Ayaka team, then we have no healer. And yes, you're right, if you can freeze the enemy, then you don't need a healer. However, it makes your team a little bit more unstable just in case you have to face some boss. When that happens, if you don't have a healer, then you're kind of screwed. And also at the same time, the way you use AYATO is a little different than the way you use Kokomi. Kokomi, what you do is you put E out, use some rotations, you do damage with Ayaka, come back to Kokomi and use ult so that you can extend her elemental skill so that it would last as long as 20 seconds. However, with AYATO, the way you would be using him is that he's gonna be out in the field doing some damage here and there. So the way you would use him is more closer to Child more than Kokomi. And yes, also Kokomi can do some little bit of a damage while she's out in the field after she uses Q, but the way you use Kokomi in the freeze team is a little different than that. The only usage for Kokomi is that high replication from her jellyfish. And if you don't have a lot of HP, then yes, you're gonna be using Kokomi out in the field and then, you know, attacking here and there, doing like 5k to 10k damage here and there. But the speculation is this. If you are a meta slave, if you are the meta chasers, if you want to clear Spirit Abyss with higher number of stars, then you probably don't want to go for AYATO unless you don't have Kokomi or other Hydra application characters. Because him as a character is not a bad character. However, we have seen from the live stream that his passive says that when his energy is under 40, he gets a certain amount of energy every second, right? But he has to be out in the field. And yes, that makes sense unless he requires so much energy to use his ult. Imagine his ult would cost like 80 energy. That would be not so good because as we have seen in the showcase video in the live stream, that when he is using E and then doing auto attacks here and there, he was not getting a lot of hydro energies back. If that is the case, we might have to use another hydro character so that we can get his ult back faster, or we would probably need to use Raiden Shogun to compensate all that, you know, lack of energy. So I can see that his value is also coming from his E and auto attacks, but also his Q is going to play a big role because the radius of his ult is pretty large as my peanut, as large as Ganyu. So, people were thinking that if we can use Ganyu and AYATO, that would be really nice. We can freeze everyone and it would do tons of damage. But is that actually true? I don't think so. Because, well, first of all, you can use Ganyu if you don't have Ayaka. That's totally fine. But would you need to put Child in there? Would you need to put AYATO in there? I'm not so sure about that. So I would probably recommend or would try to go for Taser Team instead of Vaporize Team or anything like that. And also it comes down to his true multiplier in this game. If he turns out to be one of those nice characters that does so much damage out in the field, then we can just kind of like say, well, you know what, F those elements. All we can do is just put AYATO in there, Kazuha, you know, Bennett, so we can buff AYATO's attack and stuff, and just go unga bunga everything, right? That is one way of playing. But I'm afraid it's not going to be the case. It would probably be that if you have him at C0, he's just going to be a great support. He would do stuff here and there. But at C6, he becomes like the best support and best DPS out in the field. You know what I mean? MiHoYo, stop this shit. You gotta make a character fully functional at C0 and then make it so that he becomes a better support DPS, whatever, at C6. You know? I'm kind of tired of this shit. Like, why would you make it so that the character is only usable or fully functional at C6? Like, function-wise, it should be the same. I would say that's a ugly fact that we didn't want to talk about in Genshin Impact. However, if Genshin has to stick with what they are doing right now, so be it. It's fine. They need to make money somehow. And, you know, those people who would spend money anyways. I think they're just not really understanding that. Anyways, guys, we are going to see how things are going to be like when AYATO actually comes out. I am going for Taser Team. Okay, so this is what I think. I'm gonna be using HOD set, the Hydro set that we used to farm for Child. We're gonna be using AYATO. We're gonna use either Raiden Shogun or we can use Fischl because Fischl C6 depends on the attack speed that you have, and AYATO attacks pretty fast. So I think AYATO can probably benefit off of that. We are gonna have to add Kazuha in there too. Because the special characteristics with the Electro Charge is that when that happens, Hydro and Electro stays up at the same time. And when you swirl off of that, you swirl both of Electro and Hydro. So that is the great thing about using the Taser Team. And yes, we have Kazuha. So we will see how it goes. That's it for this video. Anyways, I hope you guys wait at least like a week for people to figure out whether if the character is viable in a team or not. And then you decide if you are the meta chasers. However, if you just want that guy because he looks awesome in this video, you know, I just want to let you know that if you pull for the character, he will probably look a little bit dumb, you know? For example, Ayaka. Ayaka looks a little dumb in the game, but in that video that we just watched, she looks adorable as f. She looks cute. Holy f. But, yes. I know some of you guys would be like, yo, how dare you talk about my Ayaka like that? It's true! Like, in this illustration, they look so beautiful and cute, and they look badass, but in-game, they look stupid. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.